So I'm going to be doing a body review of the Spiritdoll Elegance boy body. It's in normal skin. So here we go. So this is what the body looks like. There's his feet. There's the back. There's his butt. Okay. Here's what the head looks like. This is it straight on. By the way, his head is an Elf Doll Vivian, so if you have an Elf Doll Vivian head, it matches very well with the Spiritdoll body. So this is as far up it can go. Can't go any more farther than that. So this is down, side to side, up, down, side to side, and then everything in between. It's a little bit stiff, but I'm pretty sure that's because the S-hook is like really big and it barely fit in his head, because this is it's supposed to be a female sculpt, so the head is a lot smaller. So the S-hook, or the place where the S-hook would sit inside, is a lot smaller. So there's that. Now on to the torso. This is what the torso looks like. There's 3 parts to the torso. There's the chest. It can go back and forward. And then forward and back. That's as far as it can go. Back. On the inside, or on his back, there's a little lip right there, and that's where it catches, so it doesn't budge. He slouches very well, as you can tell. And then to bring it back up, you just pop it back up a little bit, and there we go. And then it can go a little bit to the side, and a little bit, pretty much nothing. His slouching is very good. So, and then for the stomach part, here's the side, and then forward and back. So again, side to side, and then forward, and then back. And then when you add the chest part, you can do that. It's pretty crazy. And then for forwards, you can slouch really well. So that's the torso. And then on to the hips. As you can see, there's a little magnet here and a hole. Those are for his male parts, or whatever, the penises. And if you get the penis parts, as I'm gonna call them, the like little magnet resin pieces, there's like 3 different kinds, I think. I don't know, I put them away somewhere. I usually don't put them on because of pants. But yeah, that's what that hole is for. So onto his hips. This is what they look like. There's a line or whatever for the string so he can sit, and he sits very well. He doesn't move pretty much at all. can't really go out like that. Go forward and back. That's pretty much it for that. And then for the swivel joint down here, this is what it looks like. Ooh. There's even a little R on there for the right leg. So there is, where is it? There it is. There's a little nub, and then in there there's little holes for the nub to fit into, so you can do that and it clicks. You have to pull it out and then stick it back in. And you can't go any more than that. And they also have it for the inside, so I can do that if you wanted it to do that. But you can't like move it on your own like this, which I think is nice because another body I have has this, but there's no way to stop it really, so her leg just like spins around all over the place. But this, like, it will not move unless you tell it to move. But you have to hold his hip part and then pull it out, and then it'll go back in. Let me see. There's only one nub and it's at the very back. I'm gonna open it up again. See, there's a little nub. I don't know if you can see it. Let me try to get closer. There we go. See, like that. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 little holes for the nub to go into, like that. And then there's, of course, there is this little nudge right here, so he can do this. I mean, he's going all over the place. That's crazy. So he can sit like that if you wanted to. That's pretty cool. It stays pretty well. It won't move if you move a lot. So that's the hips and the swivel joint onto the knees. Here's the knees from the front, and then here it is from the back and from the side. I'll put his hair back on. There we go. Onto the knees. Get a little bit closer. So they are double jointed, and there is only one little divot for the string to go through, so you can do that. It's a little bit there's not really too much of an in-between unless you sueded him. He's not sueded, by the way. This is just how he came. It's sort of sometimes hard to bend his knees. Sometimes it won't go, and then it'll do something like that, and then you'll have to pull it. So that's not too hard. And then you have to pull it out. Let me see if I can do this. So it's like that. You have to pull it out and then it'll do that. And then there's also an R right here, which is nice. But yeah, it's pretty hard when he has pants on, obviously. But when he's naked, it's a little bit easier. But of course, as it looks like that, it looks really pretty natural. It's round instead of flat. But you have to, if you do it with one hand, it's not going to be easy. Ugh. So here's what the knee looks like. There's two little nudges, this one right here, this one up here. So in this one, it does like that. And then you can see this little nudge right here. so it won't bend on its own. You can't like really like push it to make it bend. You have to force it out. So yeah, those are his knees. Anyway, onto the feet. This is what they look like. And here it is, up and down, and then up and down. There's not too much mobility. I don't really mind. If the ball is separate from the foot, but there's a little tiny nub for it to fit into the foot. So yeah, if you pull it out like that, then you can see it a lot better. Yeah, his feet are, I don't know if it's, his feet are big or if my other 70 centimeter guy, his feet are like small, because they have like the same size feet. I'll put all the dimensions of the body in the description for you to see them. Hi, Katsumi. There she is. Right, Katsumi? I love you. She's gonna be doing whatever. Alright, so that is the main part of the body. And here are the arms. I really like the arms. So we'll start with the shoulders. There is a nub right here. And then there's little holes on the inside for the nub to fit into. And then they click, so. When he doesn't have any nubs, it doesn't really fold very well. And then there's out once, and there's out twice. And then of course you can do that. They are very nice. And then here's the little stuff for the elastic to go through. So those are his shoulders, and here are his arms, or his elbows, blah. And then that's what this side looks like. Let me see if I can pull it. This is what his elbow looks like. It's pretty normal. It's round at the top, and then it squares off at the bottom. So when it bends like that. You can see that. I do like his elbows, but I like posing their hands most of the time when they're sitting, so it's hard to get him to do anything else, because it's not like my other dolls where you can just bloop bloop and then it's done. You have to like actually pull out, like like the knees, of course, but the elbows don't really stay. Hold on. There we go. And that is it folded. Bent twice. He can touch his shoulder. And of course, he can touch his face. I really do like the elbows. It's just sort of hard just moving them normally. So there is the elbow, and onto his hands. His hands are very pretty, nicely sculpted. As you can see. They even have the little tiny, whatever bump this is called. They have that sculpted in right there. His hands are very, very nice. And they're not a separate piece. Like, there's no ball separate from the hand. It's just the hand. So it's pretty standard. Let me get a little closer. So here is it back and forward. And then back, forward, There's a little bit of side to side, but pretty much nothing. And then it can spin all the way around. There's nothing too special about it. It's just a regular ball hand. So yeah, that's the buy review.